because the nuclear pile-on just sort of piles on and on. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton saying that the Japan crisis raises serious questions about the use of nuclear energy right here. Democratic Congressman Henry Waxman going even further, calling for an investigation into safety at all U.S. plants. My next guest is fed up with all of this fear-mongering. California Republican Congressman Devin Nunes wants to see 200 new reactors built. Congressman, that's going to be a tough sell these days. How do you think it's going to go?
Hopefully, Neil, with this situation in Japan, we're actually going to get to a point where people will realize that this technology, old technology, needs to be improved upon, but is in fact safe. So my hope and my prayer is that everything ends up okay over time, and people realize that nuclear power is the way to go ultimately.
It probably is, but when something goes bad, it goes really bad, and the potential for really bad stuff gets really worse. So whatever plans you have for expanding nuclear, do they address some of the ills of these older operations and plants, many of them in Japan? In fact, the two of the ones that are the focus of our attention right now are close to 40 years old.
Right. In fact, they do. The two that are under construction in Georgia wouldn't have this problem. I live close to Diablo Nuclear Power Plant over in the central coast of California, and I've had a lot of questions recently about that. Well, first of all, those reactors are about 100 feet above the sea level. So you would need well over a 100-foot tsunami to even hit those plants. They're actually prepared. They wouldn't have the problem that happened in Japan.
They're prepared for a tsunami.
They're prepared to have a power outage. It was not the earthquake, remember?
I understand
that,
but you're saying that some of these
tsunami,
facilities would be ready for a tsunami, because that's what has really crippled these particular plants, not the earthquake, the tsunami.
But Neil, think about this. If you had a 100-foot tsunami that hit California, the least of your problems would be those two nuclear reactors. You would have water from Los Angeles all the way to Las Vegas. Okay, so you'd have 25 million people underwater.
I understand that, but I wouldn't want to compound it, crippling a nuclear plant, though, right?
But the reactors, even in this case with the old technology, they shut down. What happened was the cooling. We had a cooling problem similar to 3 Mile Island.
Right.
You know how many people have died due to nuclear power in the United States? 0.
Of course, Chernobyl was a whole different matter, right? We've had 9,000.
Different matter and different plant. And even
I agree. Believe me, I am not anti-nuclear at all. I'm just saying that if we are going to continue this technology, it's a great technology, vital source for our energy needs, we might want to make sure that we're prepared for all variables, including, God forbid, something like what Japan is encountering, right?
I agree. And look, if we're going to see, we have 50 people, maybe 180, I don't know what the number is. The number keeps fluctuating on to how many people are nearby working on that reactor. But let's get all the facts before we jump to wild conclusions.
Absolutely. Congressman, thank you very much. Good seeing you.